Far from the noise of the world, in a quiet valley surrounded by tall, whispering trees, a troubled young traveler walked slowly toward an old monk. His clothes were torn, his eyes swollen from crying. The monk looked at him with calm kindness. "My child, what weighs so heavily on your heart?" The traveler dropped to his knees. "Everything I owned was taken from me. Thieves stole my bag, my savings, even the tools I used for work. Now I have nothing, nothing at all. How can anyone say this is for my good?" The monk didn't answer with words. He simply nodded and began his story. Many years ago, the monk began. A violent storm struck a mountain village. Houses collapsed. Crops were ruined. People ran for safety as the earth shook beneath them. Among the victims was a simple woodcutter and his family. They had just harvested enough firewood to survive the winter, but the storm swept it all away. The woodcutter cried out, "Why is fate so cruel? Why must this happen to us?" But his daughter, a gentle girl with bright eyes, whispered, "Father, sometimes life breaks things to make space for something new." The woodcutter grew angry. "New? We have lost everything. Our home, our work, our firewood. How can this possibly be good?" His frustration pushed his daughter away, and she quietly walked out into the night, tears falling. As hours passed, regret filled the woodcutter's heart. But before he could go searching, rescuers from a nearby town arrived. They were evacuating everyone because a second, even worse landslide was coming. One of the rescuers said, "If your home and firewood hadn't been swept away, you might have stayed inside, and you wouldn't be alive right now." The woodcutter was shocked. His wife held his hand and whispered, "Even in loss, life was protecting us." The next day, the family reached the town. The woodcutter spent days trying to find work. Everywhere he went, he was rejected. "Too old, too tired, too inexperienced," they said. Feeling defeated, he stared at the small shelter they'd been given and murmured, "We've lost our home, and now our daughter is gone. How can this be right?" But his wife softly replied, "Try again. We don't know what tomorrow holds." The woodcutter tried once more, and on the outskirts of the town, he met an elderly craftsman. "Why do you look so broken, my friend?" the craftsman asked. The woodcutter told him everything. The storm, the loss, the daughter who left, the endless rejections. The craftsman listened quietly. Then with a gentle smile, he said, "Life never removes something without preparing something else. You just haven't seen what is coming." The woodcutter didn't understand, but he held on to those words. Days later, he was offered work helping the craftsman carve wood for a temple. To his surprise, he discovered he had a natural gift. The craftsman was amazed by his skill. Within months, the woodcutter became one of the most respected artisans in the region. His family moved into a small but comfortable home, and for the first time in years, they felt safe. Then, one evening, someone knocked at their door. It was his daughter. She was smiling. "Father, after the storm, I wandered into the next town. A family took me in. I learned to sew, and now I sell clothes in the market. I'm doing well, and I've been searching for all of you." The woodcutter cried and held her close. In that moment, he realized every loss had led them to a future they could never have imagined. The monk finished the story. The traveler shook his head. "That is a beautiful story," he said. "But how does it help me? My things are gone. My journey is ruined." The monk reached inside his robe and quietly placed an object in the traveler's hands. A small, ancient compass, its needle glowing faintly. "I found this near the old mountain path," the monk said. "It points toward hidden places, places where travelers often find new beginnings." The traveler stared at it, breathless. "If I hadn't been robbed, I would have never come here, never met you, never received this." The monk smiled. "So remember, my child, life is not punishing you. Life is redirecting you. Every disappointment, every delay, every loss that breaks your heart may be guiding you towards something bigger, something kinder, something you were meant to reach." Sometimes the worst things that happen to us become the best things that ever happened for us.